show. I'm excited. What's going on, everybody? Hello, and thank you for joining us live right now on the RM Fantasy SXperts show. It is Monday, the Monday after Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hey, where'd that paper go? Did you take it down, dude?
Don't worry about it. Hey, I gotta be careful around here about what I show.
Hey, 41 points. That's all that matters right now.
Our average, once again, I was just below average, but
41 points.
Anyway, we were just Jason and I are sitting here. Let us know what you guys think about day races, because
I mean, Krista said it in the Discord chat. Just day races just don't hit the same, and I'd agree.
I mean,
it's just a different vibe.
I think Jason Anderson is Kobe. It's not me. It's not me, dude.
I think with Atlanta Motor Speedway, I just like their race not in the infield. I don't think they have lights that can light up that infield. I mean, Daytona, they do it. But I think the Atlanta Motor Speedway, that's why they do it a day race, is because they just don't have lighting
It wasn't
for the
so
racetrack.
much to do as a day race. It was just how it played out. I think it could have. Yeah, that could have been in a baseball stadium, and it would have been the same way. But anyway,
it was just it was a day race, and then I don't know. We'll get into it here a little bit, but hey, let's talk about our recap here. So,
got to ride after the race, says Donald. That is a good plus. You're not giving up your evening,
especially if in California. The races are done by like 2.
Yeah, before you even wake up.
Yeah, you wake up, qualifying's going on at 8 o'clock in the morning if you're on the West Coast, basically. So don't forget we're giving away our 20 tickets to Denver, which is in 2 weeks from now. So in this show, not live, but afterwards, you know the deal. You comment below and let us know if you can make it to Denver Supercross and how many tickets you would need. It just tickets only, does not include travel to get there. But comment below, and then Rachel will
pick them out.
Picking out our winners.
Good chance. Like, I mean, how many of how many are there right now? Like 100 people watching? So, stick around. Be one of the first. We'll tell Rachel to get on it.
She gets on there quick.
Yeah,
she does.
That's easy tickets.
And, if anybody out there lives in New Jersey or New York area, I will be at MetLife Stadium this weekend. So, please seek me out. I'll just be walking around the pits all day hanging out.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Have you been to that one? Was that you? I've never been. No.
Okay, no, I've never been to New York, and so everyone's been telling me, like, oh, you got to go here, go here, go here. Here's the deal. I will fly in. I think I land in New York at, like, 5 something. So I've got a one evening enough time to go see, like, one location.
You can do it.
Times Square?
Do it all.
Like, where do you go? If you have, like,
Times Square would be
one
cool
location.
For me. I don't know. You just got to go take the classic. Classic in the middle of Times Square picture.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably got to wait in line. I'm sure you're not the only one. But sweet, dude. We're getting to the end of this.
Dude, we got 4
tickets
left.
to Denver.
Yeah, and then after that's Salt Lake.
Oh wow.
We're less than a month away from Salt Lake Supercross here, so I'm stoked
on the
for
plus
that.
side is from a entertainment and a fan perspective, 6 points difference. 6 point difference.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it here when we get to it. But okay, so recap here. Your top 5 kind of shook things up a little bit. Didn't really, I mean, Kobe, you obviously did terrible with your picks.
Thanks.
But so
I'm not the only one. Like if we get into these player stats.
But dude, Chase Sexton did it.
He did it.
Whole shot.
Wire to wire.
Yeah. And you wouldn't even know he did it because all they did was just show Tomac Webb the whole time.
Struggling.
That was another reason I was like, man, I don't even know what's going on up front.
No kidding.
But it was Chase Sexton, Justin Barcia, Ken Roxon. When was the last time we had a race without Webb or Tomac on the podium?
Dude.
Has it happened this year? With either of those two off?
It was probably round 2. No, Tomac was on in round 2, right?
I don't
Dude,
remember.
I don't know if that's happened this year.
I don't know if it has, because Webb has been a podium machine, and whenever one has a bad night, the other one at least finishes on there. So this could be the first round besides, yeah.
They don't want that happening again. And we don't either. That's hard to predict. There was no perfect scores.
Yeah, and unless you caught a Sexton fever, you didn't put him in first. Nobody. We'll see what the picks were for Roxon in third, and then Colton Nichols holding down for the wild card.
That was a hard choice, Wilson versus Nichols.
Well, Wilson qualified like right there. He was
in it,
and he was in the wild card spot for a bit, right?
Yep,
he was right there. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, how'd you do on points, everybody?
30.
75 for Robert. 30 points.
75?
Rufus had him in first. Yeah, I think like 56. Okay.
Dang, sons.
Yeah. Levi, let's get weekly prizes up there real quick before we hop into our recap.
Dog
here.
Lover, like I'll say this as we check out
What?
prizes, but he just mentioned, dude, everybody got interviews after this race because they had to go through the podium and then Webb and then Tomac.
But good though. I wanted to hear, and it was good. Okay, weekly prize. Sorry.
Yeah, let's do our weekly.
But anyway, so got some good ones up here. We got the Fly Formula CC helmet.
Ooh, yeah.
Cherry's doing a spending spree. The 9800 gear bag from Ogio, one of the best gear bags out there. O'Neill full gear set. Bridgestone, which by the way, right now on Rocky Mountain's website, I just looked yesterday. We got like a banner going for some serious rebates on a lot of Bridgestone tires. I was looking, I think you do like a $40 rebate right now.
Holy!
So we ship for free over $75.
So pair them up.
So you're gonna get a pair of tires, free shipping, and then get a $40 rebate. You're basically paying like next to nothing for a full set of tires. So go check out the Bridgestone Battlecross tires, but you also have the chance to win a set after this race. And then we got Fox Gear Bag, Troy Designs doing the SC4 composite helmet, Rhino Power Works connection, a whole bunch of goodies there. Their whole shot device almost gave me a whole shot this weekend.
Almost.
And then we got some Torque on lock-on MX grips and some levers.
Very good. And this is crunch time, people. We're coming down to decide.
Yeah, how are we doing on points right now?
Who's going to win these things?
Let's see
It's not
here.
us, I'll tell you that much.
What was there any sort of
C-Rob,
shakeup?
you got to represent the SXperts and get back up in there. I think he's in 4th currently.
That's still so good,
it's
though.
incredible, but yeah, it was awesome to have one of our own representing.
So right now, your top
Still is.
Kamikaze, 870 points.
Yo.
230 more than I have.
Oh, and don't let that gap between the top 3 right there.
No.
We got the second
That's
one wrong. You flipped them.
It's 19
Leviosa?
points.
It's okay. But that's still that's a comfortable gap.
Leviosa.
Yeah.
Whose name is that? That's in like an actual movie.
Should I just let it sit?
What?
Should I let you guess?
Leviosa.
Harry Potter.
Oh.
I've seen the series once, and
What the hell is going
that's
on?
a good question.
Okay. Yeah, C. Rob's in 4th. But hey, a lot of racing left to go. You're going to drop your 2 lowest scores. Okay, let's get into...
Speaking of scores, let's get into the player stats, right?
Yeah. Average score was low. 39.7 points.
Not the lowest that we've had, though. The lowest we had was round 9 with an average of over 10 points less with 28. So, yeah, it's an okay average. We've seen worse.
What was round 9? Was that...
That would have been
Was that
Roxon one, right?
Oh, yeah. I had to have been right when there was just a big shakeup.
No perfect scores, which, yeah, 6 of the past 7 rounds have had perfect scores. That was quite the streak. We put an end to that. A good chunk of people had Sexton to win.
That's because he qualified first again.
Yeah, but
is it because he won?
Yeah, I think
The week before.
we're finally seeing it. He's finally figured it out, and it makes it harder as fantasy players because then it's not just a surefire Sexton's going to be on the ground, but it makes it more interesting. It gives you more opportunities to make up points.
I wonder if Sexton's win was like if he's out of the championship hunt, does that take a little bit of the pressure off? Just knowing like I have nothing to lose right now out front. I'm not worried about making the mistake and coughing up points or a lead to anybody else.
Probably Sexton more than any of them, but that probably reigns true for all those guys that podium.
Yeah.
And, like they just.
But you know
who do
who's
they have to lose?
I bet you Tomac and Webb right now are probably thinking it's a good thing he waited till now to click off a couple wins because
Next
I feel
season.
I feel like what we just saw to Sexton, like now, like the monkey's off the back, like don't be surprised if Chase Sexton wins like the next 2 out of 4 or something like
Making it
that.
difficult, yeah. What
We'll
do we got
see.
next weekend? Like you were saying,
Well, we have
New
New York.
York.
Yep.
So we're back in a stadium. I mean, we were back in a
Or
stadium.
New
for
York
the
this
rest of them.
weekend, but then we go to Nashville, then Denver,
Then Salt Lake.
then Salt Lake.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if Sexton figured it out, this could be interesting.
Yeah.
Because they were all riding good. It wasn't a like Tomac and Webb got straight up beat. But let's go through the rest of these. Let's get that stack.
Let's see here.
Back up
5%
there.
had Barsha pick second place. He was the most picked in 4th at 41% of votes. Dang. 3%, almost 4, had Kenny in 3rd. Only 5% of players had him in their podium. He was picked a lot for 5th at almost 40%. Hey, look at that. Me and 15.7% had Webb in 4th.
That was you, huh?
That was me.
Dude.
Remember, dude? We talked about it
I
last
remember,
show.
but good Good call. That's more people than I would have expected.
Oh, gosh. Less than 1% had Tomac in 5th place. 70% had him to win.
That hurts.
It's a rough night.
That hurts.
Wild card, Nichols, 17. Wilson had 33%, and Cianciarulo had 16%. What was up with AP? Did you see his heat race? What happened
I
with him?
didn't see what happened to him.
Like, it was just like the LCQ started. I'm like, oh, Aaron's in it. But I had no idea why.
Yep. And then
he won.
Yeah, destroyed
but
it.
I still didn't know like why he was in the LCQ. They didn't really talk about it.
Dude, that wild card, it was difficult for that 9th place spot because it went Wilson, Nichols.
Lap chart,
Hill.
Levi.
Yeah, check out this lap chart. Our 3 projections, I mean, wasn't too difficult to guess, but that's where they landed up, right in a row.
Okay, so 8th place.
And then Josh
9th.
Hill even backed it up. Yeah, those Hill brothers, they just
Dude, Josh got 3rd in his heat race.
Yep. Yeah, wasn't that crazy to see?
And then Justin got like 4th. He had a good heat too.
The top
5th.
dogs were battling their way through. Tomac had to cut him off, I remember, on one of those straights.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, so Wilson and Nichols were just 9th and 8th forever. And
Wilson was in it. He had it. Pretty close to the end there. But Anderson just tanked. I mean, that was the crash, right?
Well, they didn't show it, right?
I
don't know.
Anything.
They didn't show his crash into Nate Thrasher, which is frustrating. But he was tanking bad before that even happened.
Yeah, he was tired. Chase and I were just talking about before because, I mean.
Was it fatigue or is he injured? Is he having something's hurting him?
I would imagine fatigue makes sense to me.
If he hasn't been sleeping all
he
week
had
with the baby.
he had a rough weekend last week and probably wasn't feeling super great. Stressed out about having a baby, then has the baby, travels, no sleep.
Across the country.
Yeah. Burns out in the heat race, just burned everything.
Yeah, he was breathing hard.
Yeah, he burned everything. So I think it was just the end of the tank, dude.
Okay, interesting. Levi, throw that chart up there one more time real quick. Only thing, like we were talking about the day race, man, it's just I was pretty bummed just because the speedways, the tracks are so cool, they're high speed. But, I mean, when you look at, say, even the top 6, from lap 6 through the end, there was one pass made. And it was like it kind of kept you on your toes for the Tomac Webb situation, but nobody passed anybody. So you never really got like you were getting there, but you just never had the climax.
At a moment,
of the pass.
I thought Webb was going to get Roxon, right? He got pretty close to Roxon, I believe. But
I can't remember.
Yeah, nothing.
But AP was catching both those dudes, and they got dropped by the lead pack.
You think what happened there? Well, yeah. Would you have expected Tomac to go for Webb at least?
I don't know, man. I mean, when you look at the top 5 and just see that there weren't many passes made, I think it was just one of those tracks where, dude, the layout I don't feel like was very conducive to making passes because the straightaways were long, they were super fast. Everybody's doing the same rhythms. Like there wasn't really that I could remember any lanes where guys were doing anything different. The only time you were seeing something different was a guy going to go hard inside and jump through the whoops or do the whole, go wide blitzing like Tomac was doing. But then the fast line was at the end of the whoop section to just hug the inside again and single out. And so if you did have like the Tomac blitz, it did you absolutely no good because then you had a flat turn. There was no bowl there. It was just a flat turn.
Unless you were just way faster, like we saw with Barsha behind Anderson. He was all over him. There wasn't a bunch of passes.
Yeah,
I think had Webb been up front more, Tomac probably would have turned the burners on and gone a little harder.
Maybe. I mean, I know that like if you're Webb and Tomac, like the lead group's gone, right? So you're all at that point. Tomac's like, or Webb's like, all right, I just got to keep Tomac behind me.
Tomac's thinking he's right there, so why risk anything?
It's like it's a 1 point gap. Like you're going to get 1 point on me right now. Like not a big deal.
Pretty much just a wash of a weekend for the both of them.
Pretty much. Like 1 point, it's like it is what it is. So I don't know. Not a whole lot lost or gained. I don't think Tomac said in his interview that he blew the start. He wheelied a little bit.
He had to have because, that's what killed him.
Yeah. After he must have been frustrated after the heat race, though.
Yeah.
Because that dude had the gnarliest hole shot and then goes wide, and then Barsha just ran it in.
Nice try.
All right. Should we do highlights?
Yeah, let's get into some
all right. Levi.
Stuff.
Leviosa.
Shakes
dude,
his head.
I didn't. Deegan heat race crash.
Dude, I got burnt this weekend. Anyway.
You did?
Yeah, I'm toasty. Oh!
I don't know if that was neutral. Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, though. You got to give credit where credit is due. Deegan's good.
Yeah, no,
Like he's looking comfortable running that pace up front.
It's not a fluke.
No, his
he's going
whoops
to come
are
back
good.
next year. And
I was on the overhyped train, and dude, like next year he'll be a year older. He's getting all this experience under his belt. It makes me feel like Honda HRC should have left Chance Hymas in there, because now Hymas, if he's racing the same coast as Deegan next year, Deegan's got a full season of Supercross experience under his belt. Whereas Hymas is like bailed to go get ready for outdoors. I'm like, man, maybe they should have kept him in there.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Deegan's making enemies though. What enemy is he making?
Dude, you give it a year, and we come back to Supercross season next year. What's the difference? You know what I mean? All this drama.
Hunter's gone. Jordan Smith's got another year, but man, I don't know. I mean, Star Racing's starting to look like old Pro Circuit. Dude, just crashing everywhere.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if like maybe Dirt Shark or somebody got the angle of Thrasher, because he was down bad. He was down hard.
Did Deegan flip off Shimoda?
Oh, he did?
Did you see that? I forgot to put that in the recap, but in the heat race, Shimoda ran it in real tight at the very end, and then Deegan hits the finish line and does the look back, and the hand goes up, and it looked like a Jet Lawrence giving the number one.
Really?
Shimoda.
Not just a hand in the air like,
no,
what you doing?
They didn't show it up close, obviously for TV, but it looked like a middle finger.
Like, yeah.
And Shimoda didn't even make contact. He just ran it in a little hard at the end of a section. Okay.
Welcome back, Shimoda.
All right, Rufus. Fair enough. Don't piss off Shimoda. Anyway.
Yeah, no kidding.
Deegan the new Anderson. Nah, I'm not there yet. Okay.
AC's crashed, dude. This was rough. This hurt.
I mean, just when you think he's going to go a whole Supercross season without one of these.
I'd like to say that he got off lucky, but it was a gnarly crash. He did get off lucky, as in like he didn't get injured, but
this crash is 100% Cooper Webb caused, because he was pinning it, dude. That was full send in a whoop section.
Yeah, that's how I would look attempting a Supercross whoop section for the
Any
first
whoop
time.
section.
Yep,
I would die.
Because
dude,
you have to.
I mean, that's a big hit, man.
Yep.
He got lucky.
You notice his boot buckles? He's got two buckles undone.
Yeah, I don't know. He got up and rode good after that and was making passes, and I was just surprised because, like, your boot with the two upper straps completely undone.
Oh, dude, that's a fast motorcycle right there. The little bit of contact it had on a whoop face, and it just ejects him.
Fourth gear wide open.
By the third whoop, he was out of control. Can we watch it one more time? I know it's just on replay, but watch by this third whoop. This bike is just already
that 450 was eating,
dude. That just shows how right there, dude. It's already gone.
And what made it worse, though, is after he lost control is when he got a bigger handful and accelerated harder.
I'm surprised the bike didn't go that way up.
Oh, gosh, dude. Tomac.
He's okay.
So this was the start I was talking about. Watch his heat race. Look at his jump right here.
Almost insane.
Look at him. And then look at Barsha.
Too hot, dude.
Hey, that's props to Barsha, though, dude. That's good racecraft.
Because
that is really good.
Yeah, he's not even mid-pack right now.
No, and he gets a fourth place in his heat, and he did not have a good gate pick for the main event. But then he said he blew the start.
So I think the difference, because I was all confident in Tomac because of the start still. I was like, another long start straight. Tomac's good. But the difference really here was the 2 rounds before this with also long start straights. They were arcing, way more arcing rather than this hairpin. Obviously, Barsha, that just allowed him to close the door as opposed to having to maintain speed.
If that was a sweeping turn, Tomac probably
he would have just had. Yeah,
but I saw that and I was like, he's good for the main. Like he just basically ripped
jump still.
All he has to do is shut it off a little bit earlier.
Yep.
But then he kind of blew that start. Anderson went off the track and got docked. They got the heat race taken away from him, which I agree with this. Like he jumps off the track, completely skips his rhythm, and then gets back on front of Justin.
Yeah, at that point you let Barsha go.
You let Barsha
pass
go.
him back. Yep.
Well, he wouldn't
have passed him back. Yeah, but like you're saying, you hand it over to Barsha there. Especially as sad as it is that Anderson's name is more prone to getting bashing on from the AMA. He has to be thinking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but anyway, it's a bummer. The reason he didn't, I would guess, is he just had his baby. He's trying to win on her day of birth. This, that. But dude, I didn't hear anything about that beforehand. Not that he's supposed to be posting
his
pregnancy
baby
updates, but
he didn't even tell people he got married.
Yeah, it was pretty.
He literally just showed up to a Supercross race and said, "I got married," and then said, "My wife" on the podium. So it doesn't surprise me.
Got married in Vegas, and
yeah, they did. They eloped, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, Tomac had a baby, and I didn't even know his wife was pregnant. I feel like I totally am in the know of what's going on. I didn't even know Tomac was having his first kid.
That's funny.
Okay,
we got a couple more.
Dude, how about Lesher making a 450 main on a YZ 250?
Bike, have you seen this bike up close?
No.
This thing is so rad. With the heel clicker, too.
That's pretty sick.
Dude.
But,
cool.
dude.
It's so cool.
That's really cool. Okay.
He's been around all year.
Has he?
Yeah, he's
on a 250?
On this bike.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Good for him. Hunter Lawrence almost
this was
died.
right at the beginning, yeah. Or pretty...
Yeah, no, this was like opening, second lap.
That is... It's a good thing he's wearing brown gear.
Did you hear him
freaking out?
Did you hear him, though, in his post-race interview?
I mean, yeah, it was a little all over the place.
We should have got
it. It was funny.
It was too good, though, because he's sitting there, and as he's kind of talking about that crash, they're showing it on the big screen, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, oh, wow. He's like, yeah, I saw handlebar sky. He's like, yeah, not good, 2 stars. And then just like goes back. I was like, he gave himself a 5-star rating. He's like, 2 stars.
2 stars. Hunter, he's the best.
So that's like the new thing is like you got to give yourself like a 5-star rating. Like, what'd you get? It's like 2 stars.
Dude, that's amazing.
But it was just so casual and nonchalant. He's like 2 stars and just goes right back into it.
Good for him.
Anyway, Hunter saves. It was pretty funny.
That's funny. And then Tommy's crash.
Yeah. Brutal.
Oh, head to the ground, too. It's never good.
This just proves the learning curve there is in Supercross.
Well, yeah.
Watch. Here's the best part. Levi, can you pause it? Oh.
Or you can. Let's go.
Okay. Pause it, replay it, and pause it. No, not here.
Bloss just going Endurocross.
No. When I tell you. Pause it when I tell you. Start the clip over. Right here. He tried to kick. Who is that? That's not Shock. Is that Cody Shock?
On the Honda?
Yeah. He tries to kick him away from him in the air. Play it again. Look at this. Watch. He tried to kick him. Because he can see him coming over.
Get away from me.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Look, he's trying to kick him out of the way.
That's a GP thing, dude. You never see the Americans trying to, but you see Ferrandis tossing kicks out there. You see this.
He full on tried to use his leg to keep him away from him.
It didn't turn out good for either.
I would not have the awareness to be like, hey, I'm gonna try and.
I don't even want to pull a tear off. I'm not gonna take my leg off and kick your rear wheel in the air.
We're watching pros pull the tear offs, and like my motos on Saturday, I got done with one of my motos, and I got done. I was like, I can hardly see. Like, why didn't I pull a tear off?
I'm scared to take my hand off.
7 of these, and I didn't even pull it.
You're too pumped up. You can't pull a tear
Oh gosh. Anyway, Hunter's post-race interview was funny. I agree. Anyway, that's all we have for highlights because the 450 main was, quite frankly, it was just boring.
I mean, like I said before, it was kind of just a wash for the championship as a whole.
There's a difference between tight racing and like passes being made. Yeah, like definitely. I wanted to see Tomac and Webb go back and forth a few times. Same for the lead, right?
Or still end up where they were.
Yeah, just something. No, but like, there's just like it's close racing, but when the passes aren't being made, you're just like, and then Tomac, you could tell. I don't know. It was just...
As a whole, I think you nailed it with the biggest takeaway from this weekend was Sexton figured it out. And these guys, he could shake things up. He really could because he could be consistently, he could win the next 4 rounds.
Well, it's just cool to see that like it's not just Tomac Webb that are dominating because they got smoked by the group ahead of them, right?
On a speed.
So it's just nice because not only do we have a close championship, but from a point standpoint for fantasy, all that, you're not just expecting
the same
2 guys that are just running away with it.
It was because it was getting to that point.
It was like Tomac and Sexton in outdoors. You're just like, there's literally 2 riders that even matter right now.
I mean, the podium, Blair even said it in the day show when he was bringing up players' average picks, and it was, I think if I had to guess, it was Tomac, Webb, Sexton, or Tomac, Sexton, Webb, and it's been that way for a really long time, and I bet you that switches now.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Barsha has definitely caught fire late in the season.
He could win one of these, too.
He could. It's a bummer he's riding so good a little bit later.
But
because
dude,
he's mixing it up.
And I mean, I know we're Supercross, but if he takes that into outdoors, homie could have a we could have. Who's to say that this outdoor season it doesn't just look the exact same? So,
Dude, I keep forgetting that Jet Lawrence is going to be riding a 450 outdoors.
Oh, I wish we did outdoor fantasy.
We'll get there one day, I hope. Let's see here. Barsha will win. Sexton wipes out again. No, dude, I think
I wouldn't
Sexton,
be surprised to see Sexton do it again, but I don't know. It can go either way. I'm still going to have a hard time putting him up front. That's for sure. It's still. You know what? I'll tell you this. I will put Sexton to win, and the rest of you don't. Because if I put Sexton to win, he won't.
Oh,
yep. That's just how
however, maybe this track, I don't feel like was a track where you had to trust the front tire as much as other tracks.
Fair enough. We're going to get into some dry tracks these last 2 rounds.
Dry. But he did crash on a straightaway, so anything's possible.
Anything is possible. Maybe he figured out a setting, though, or something. I don't know.
But so we're headed into New York.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll come back on Thursday, have some good stats for you. I'm really, at this point, because I think we kind of proved it. Oh, by the way, did you hear Webb's interview? Blair's like, hey, what was going on? And Webb was like, quote, I just rode like shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, Webb.
Oh, Webb's always like that.
Yeah,
He'll
he's very
admit,
honest.
he's just like, that's unacceptable.
And he
for
just
him.
has
You
a
can tell him.
stone-cold look on his face like,
dude, a podium, he has that same response. Where he's like, if I'm not winning,
I'm
then
mad.
It's unacceptable.
Kind of crazy. Yeah, so I don't know what to do at this point because, like, Tomac and Webb are, like, within their own battle, but then you've got Barsha who really wants to get a win before the season's over. So you kind of have, like, 2 groups of riders right now that you're focusing on.
Are these standings accurate? It looks like they're accurate. So,
I mean, Sexton's only
really Sexton's got 3rd place locked. Sexton is 17 points behind.
Okay, there's 4 races left, right?
That could happen.
If Sexton beat 1 out, like, theoretically, that's 12 points, so that's only 5, but it ain't going to be like Coop's going to get second every moto, whatever. Like, 17 points with 4 races, like,
he could go.
Dude, he could,
at a minimum, go for second place.
Second place is within reach.
But who's to say that first isn't even in the
I mean, he's only
conversation?
Dude, he's 9 points back of Webb.
But
I mean, how many points did he gain on Webb this last weekend? He got 26 and Webb got like 19.
Let's see.
He gained 6 points.
Oh, whoops, wrong tab. Well,
we're doing a breakdown. Hold on.
We are doing a breakdown. So the difference between 1st and 4th is 7. So he gained 7 points on him.
Yeah, he does that again this weekend. He's down by
he's
5 points.
Yeah, he's down 5 points, but
he's
passes Webb.
What did we say? He's down how many points right now to Webb?
17.
He's down 17. So
I was off there.
So he gains another 7. He's down by 10 points.
Yeah, he's down by 10 points.
And then there's 3 races left. I mean, look, I'm just saying it's not the
most likely scenario. But here's the other thing. So then 4th to 5th place in the championship, it's Barsha, then Roxon.
Oh, dude,
they're separated by 1 point. They're not really in the runnings to pass Sexton or to go for 3rd place. But Barsha, of course, wants to beat Roxon and vice versa. So they just have no reason to let up now, is the thing. Here's
the other thing, though, is if Sexton's only 9 points – oh, wait, no, he's not. He's 9 points back – or 11. I can't math is hard.
It is hard.
Math is hard. If Sexton does it again, right, he wins, Webb gets 4th, he's 2 points back of Webb. In second place. So now it mixes it up because now Chase Sexton is looking at Cooper Webb thinking – I want second place in the championship. I guarantee you that's a big difference in bonus money.
Oh, for sure.
And so now you know that, like, Sexton's not just going to let Webb – he's not going to be like, okay, like, I'm out of this battle. You guys go ahead.
Nope.
No, not at all. Dude.
Not just the championship bonus money, but if he wants to win main events, he wants the bonus money there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying Webb now, with only 11 points here, Webb needs to be thinking about Chase Sexton. Like, if Sexton sees those guys, he's thinking, like, hey, like, I'm not out of this thing.
I love it. Like,
that's rad.
The top 5.
I hope Sexton wins like the next couple races and brings this thing down to a three-way battle going into like the last round or last 2 rounds. Because that to me I feel could be very likely, and I feel like Sexton winning that race is exactly what he had to do. So props to him.
Has that really ever happened? Last round, it's up to 3
riders. No,
the
last time I remember.
Dungey and
Tomac, and like I think 2017 Vegas, there was like a 6 point gap.
That was the last time we really had any.
That was the bunching gate. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was a crazy.
Other than
main
that,
event.
yeah, I don't remember when we had it come down that close. Dr. JB is probably going to message me after this and be like, dude,
you
forgot this guy. He does it a lot.
For sure. But, dude, that it's going to be interesting for sure. And that's really good to see. But
Okay.
Other than that, should we move on to some memes?
Some memes?
Oh, he was ready to go.
Oh.
Dude, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to let that one play out. Oh, if I... I'm sunburnt. I'm not blushing. I'm sunburnt.
It is funny.
It is.
I just don't like the name Super Motocross because they're two
it's
different
so
disciplines.
stupid.
It's fine that they're making it one like a
Put some
cumulative
thought
series,
into
but
it.
like Super
Do you know how
Motocross.
capable AI is nowadays? Take 5 minutes.
What's
and
the
find
chat? What's the chat thing
A
called?
chat GPT.
GBT.
Yeah,
Find
use-
a name for this.
I promise, within seconds, you'll find something better than Super Motocross.
Yeah,
What a
I'm
joke.
not a huge fan of
Base football. Nice.
it. Base football. Okay, Deegan.
That is awesome. Kitchen's just dead. Dude. Star has nice.
Calm down over there.
Pro
Let's chill
Circuit.
out.
As we know, is just tanked this year. But Star's had some nice showings with Deegan
Dude.
and Kitchen.
PC hasn't won a 250 title since Justin Hill in 2017 or something like that, 2018.
I wasn't even born yet.
AP wins LCQ. Whoa. This is
Yep. I didn't even watch them. I didn't watch the LCQs. I was, dude.
You
I
didn't miss much,
I was
dude.
running errands, doing chores. I was
broadcast
busy.
team waiting to show another Deegan feature during the live broadcast.
It's hard to hold it back.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Keep these
don't.
coming. These are
Hey,
good.
Deegan, he's like Jet though, dude. He's backing up all the hype,
Yep.
but don't force feed it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
Dude, Hubbard at some point, he said, "Can you really talk about Hunter without talking about his bro?" Though he said that verbatim almost, and I just was. Ugh.
that's such a
That
is such an insult
it
to
really
Hunter.
is. Yeah, he's
Like,
I mean, to Hubbard's point, dude, he's spitballing for how many hours on Race Day Live, just trying to keep it moving. But I
yeah,
was
but still,
dude.
Hunter has more wins than Jet. Hunter could win the title this weekend in New York. He's not. Quit comparing him to Jet. I don't know.
I feel bad for him. Anybody can relate or see that, but I mean, I've got brothers. We all race. We're all at a top level, and luckily we don't really run into that. Not that we should, but if I can put myself in his shoes, and absolutely, you can talk about Hunter without talking about his brother. That's all I'm
agree.
trying to get at. But anyway, not to take anything away from either of them.
I don't know.
Anyways.
But Hunter
Hubbard does a great job. That's not an easy job. I will just say that. But
no, yeah, it's fine. But they also they kept calling him Baby Daddy Anderson and stuff like that.
that was a big yikes, dude. That hurt.
They couldn't say Anderson without baby or dad or
Daddy
some-
wins. He won. Excuse me.
Daddy.
Excuse me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Yeah, Dylan Patton says 2 of my memes on the show.
dude, you killed it.
Did he call him Humper? I don't know. But the Jet Hunter thing is the opposite of the Stewart brothers.
The opposite.
Because
as in-
James,
oh.
Malcolm is always in James's shadow. Right now it's still
swapped. Yeah,
Hunter needs to get away from that.
he
How
will. Or I feel like he's made some progress this year. Oh, we still got more. Yay!
We're gonna highlight Danger Boys.
I'm gonna head out for real. Oh man, ruining your top 5 because you put him in there.
Oh, excuse me, my allergies, bro.
Bless you.
Oh, hey, does James Stewart get a free pass to just say things that aren't politically correct that nobody else? Well, dude, I am totally cool with German chocolate. I think it's awesome.
But if Blair's bringing that out, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
Blair is saying German chocolate. Hey, Jet Lawrence is calling Joe Shimoda sushi on the live broadcast. It's just funny. I love it, dude.
I do love our sport.
I just wonder if if the people in the booth are just oh my gosh.
SMH. I'm done. Dude.
Yeah, I love James in the booth. I don't even like it for his analytical stuff. It's the way he talks. His grammar is
Podcast
horrible.
is the same way. He will spend 10 minutes on a Hershey's bar analogy
you're
or
like, what?
some. Yeah, he's just talking. He just goes all over the place.
And it's just the way they talk in Florida.
It is amazing.
It's like he's making certain things plural that aren't, and he's like it cracks me up, dude. I love it.
As long as they're not, really disrespecting anybody.
No.
I don't think that they are. I mean,
what did he say?
Jet could be pushing it a little bit with
Sushi?
Shimoda. Yeah, that could be pushing. Just
Hi, sushi comes out of Japan.
I'm sure. Here's the thing, though, is I'm sure Joe loves it. I'm pretty sure he's ran butt patches with the nickname on it and stuff. So
what did they call?
Gotta get that neck burnt.
What did James call? It was either Vial or Muscan. He called it like some baguette, like he was like making like references to.
Oh yeah, he's had some Italian ones too, or some French ones. Excuse me. Look at me, just already. I'm sorry, Levi's shaking his head. He's like, "You guys need to move."
I know. I just saying I love James doing the broadcast because he just like he says things where you just smile. Levi,
Sean has a good point. He's like, he actually has grammar compared to RC. Like RC can hardly spit stuff out, while JS7 just gives you half the dictionary in 2 minutes.
I love it, dude. I love James 7 in there.
I love him when he is calling the night show.
You remember in the last Moto of Outdoors last year, or it was the last round, right? First gate drop, it's Tomac Sexton or Sexton Tomac, and James is like, "Thank you, Jesus." Like,
yeah, I do remember that. Oh man.
Oh gosh. Anyway, hey, look, that's all we really got. The memes are done. Remember, the link to the Discord is down below. If you go to the Discord, you can go to the chat that we have going on race day. That's where all the memes are submitted. That's where we put all the stats.
It's a little short notice, but we need to do another giveaway, right? We got to do another meme
Well, we're going
giveaway.
to get the jersey. I hit up Wageman about getting a signed jersey, and we're going to hit up Marvin Muscan, who is confirmed and calling in this Thursday. So we're going to be hitting up these guys to get some jerseys to give out.
That would be amazing.
So, yes, don't worry. Keep them flying in here.
They're great.
And,
you guys are doing awesome.
The memes are really good.
Trying to protect the boys from getting canceled.
Levi has officially lost. Yes, you have. Now he has officially lost his privilege.
Did I just burp? Is this show just going off the rails?
Did you burp?
I think
No,
I just
you did
burped.
not. Axel is still going to call in. Like, I'm not going to give up on that. He's in Canada snowboarding right now.
No, he's just a busy guy.
Yeah.
But whether it's on the show or on the side and we play it to you guys, we're talking to the man.
But anyway, I mean, that's all I have. Look, we're headed to New York. It's a 6-point gap. Sexton is sneakily just making his way back into this. And
I hope it happens.
Oh, my gosh,
I
dude.
feel like my fantasy game is just a lost cause at this point. So
I hope we get a rerun of next. Yeah, I hope it happens again. I hope Sexton wins. I hope Tomac Webb do their thing. But I want to see a single-point digit lead between all three of them.
Coming into Salt Lake.
I mean, think about it. If Sexton wins and Tomac or Webb gets a third and Tomac gets a fifth, we're single points between the top three dudes.
Well, and then it becomes mental, and then
there's a lot more to think about. So I am really excited about it.
673 is what you're at. Nice work, dude. Relax.
What?
You got quite the gap on me now. That sucks.
I do.
That sucks.
I feel
and
good about
unfortunately,
this.
I think even with dropping the worst scores, dropping the 2 worst scores has to help me, right? No, there's some way it could favor you. Dang it, dude. Come on. You should go crazy next week with your picks, huh? Let's tighten up this points gap between us a little bit.
Just throw it away.
Come on,
for
dude.
no
Give
reason.
me a bone.
I gave you a bone and put Webb in fourth.
Look what happened. Are you kidding me?
Threw it out there.
That's the end of the show.
All right, everybody. Well, look, thank you so much for tuning in live. Hope you had a good time. Remember, comment down below after the show to see if you want to, or if you are a,
Do we got F's in the chat?
For Levi. I don't know what they mean. Anyway, put your comments down below
please.
if you want tickets to Nashville. We're giving away 20 tickets. Denver, sorry. 20 tickets to Denver. Leave those down below. Anyway, we had a blast today. A lot to talk about. Good times. Championship battle is getting really close. Man, I feel like I'm just getting ganged up on right now with Levi. It's all right. Hey,
take the L.
We appreciate everybody who's watching live with us right now. If you like this show, subscribe to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel. We'll see you back here Thursday to talk to Marv.
Absolutely.
See you then.
See you guys.